Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Making an Impact with Zebu Nation as we storm towards the end of the 2022 regular season. Just a handful of games left to go now. Hopefully you've been keeping up with the series. Hopefully you saw last episode where we vaulted ahead of Houston Dynamo for first place in the league. 31 games played, got 19 wins, 6 draws, 6 losses, a total of 63 points. Houston Dynamo is just one measly little draw behind us at 62. We've kind of separated ourselves from the rest of the league, especially here in the Eastern Conference, with New England Revolution sort of wallowing around 49 points. They haven't been able to break the 50-point mark in a while. They've been on a little bit of a losing streak. Atlanta United is catching up with New England, might overtake them for the second spot, which I think is fine. Right now, the only team in the East we don't want to see in the playoffs is DC United. I mean, they thrashed us 4 games ago, I guess. And, boy, it was just, they dismantled us. I don't know if it was just one of those days or what happened, but, man, I don't want to see them again in a 2-game series. So we'll hope we get anybody but DC United in the playoffs. But meanwhile, we got some business to take care of here in the regular season. Take a look at our schedule. Of course, we're on a nice little 3-game winning streak right now. Hopefully you saw us win our last 2 games against New York and New England. The 2 toughest teams left on our schedule. We've got Orlando today and then San Jose. And then we'll finish the season up with a final game against Columbus. And all 3 of these are very winnable games. Let's see where Orlando is these days. Orlando is fighting for that last playoff berth in the Eastern Conference with the New York Red Bulls. So we'll see. So this is a team we could see in the playoffs. But honestly, I mean, it is, of course, our rival. Diego Maradona is their coach. And, so there's always a little wild card there. But we have their number. Orlando's one of those teams where we mostly have their number. They beat us that 1 year in the playoffs, but other than that, we've handled them pretty well. So they're not a big problem. But what is a big problem coming up currently is the medical center. Of course, we've got 2 of our best players out for extended periods. Lopez, the midfielder, and Alberto, of course, the sensational left-footed left winger, got a calf strain. He's out for a few weeks. Up to 4 weeks. He could be out for a month. That'll take us into the playoffs. So we got to worry about that. We got to worry about our rotation and find some players to work into those positions. Now we got a couple of players coming off the injured list here. Boyce and Vallo are both going to be able to play. They're suffering a little match fitness. They've got a little injury, as you can see, above average for Boyce and Vallo. Chevalier's got very high injury susceptibility. I don't know what to do about that right now. I mean, ordinarily at this point in the season, I might rest a guy like Chevalier, but we're trying to win the Supporters' Shield. So we got to kind of push these boys to their breaking to win that Supporters' Shield and not necessarily recharge ourselves for the playoffs. We are going to get that 1-week break as the other teams play in the wild card, so that'll help us out. But right now, it's like, we're Starship Captain pushing the engines to the limit, and it's starting to break down a little bit. Starting to see some systems malfunctions here with Lopez and Alberto. So let's get to our formation. Of course, we're going formation number 2. This is the sort of the formation that's rejuvenated us here the last few games. I don't know exactly what it is. I think it has a lot to do, if I'm honest with you, with the partnerships. You look at this formation, we got a lot of partnerships in the game right now. And even though we've got some of our lesser players in, the fact that they've got partnerships, they've been able to work well together and just play a good style of play. But that's broken down a little bit because of the injuries. As you can see, we're missing some partnerships here on the right-hand side and the middle, so that could be a problem for us. We'll see. Got another USA friendly coming up with Greece. Just trying to get acclimated to this international play kind of stuff. We got 9 players on international duty coming up pretty soon. So thankfully we got a little bit of a break, but still, this is bad timing. Very bad timing for international players to be called up. So I believe I've actually denied some players being called up, like Kyle Larin and players like that. Actually, I think our defenders too, Chevalier and Jaguar. I think I also denied them. If not, I probably will, because we need them rested. As you saw, Chevalier, he's got issues. All right. Inbox. I wasn't expecting any more emails. Oh, we got some contract stuff coming up. Duvern does not want to play with us. Does not want to come back next season. We got a couple of other guys. Mane, we'll probably let go. He's making too much money. Bernstengel, we did offer a contract to him. He seems he's good enough. He's a good enough left back to play in this league. He's not that exciting, but we'll see. Got a couple of youngsters, Carrera and Benzaza. We got to make decisions on those guys. Their potential is sort of up and down recently. I don't know. We'll have to check on those guys. Ortiz is in that same boat. Delgado. He's okay. Just that 8 jumping reach, 9 strength, 8 marking, 8 or 10 heading. It's just, I don't know. He's not good enough to keep around. I don't know. We got a lot of questions to make with those guys, but we'll see. Board confidence update. That's always nice to see at the end of the season. We're up to 65%. That's fine. Dynamics, still only Kyle Larin as the leader. Everybody else is still trying to move their way up that list. Got some injury worries here. Timothy Chandler for USA. Okay. So we'd have to pick a replacement for him. I guess we'll do that live on camera. Why not? Actually, no, we'll pause and pick that because you don't care about this. So 1 second. Okay, we're back. We got all that USA stuff figured out. So let's get to our match for the day. Montreal Impact versus Orlando City. Actually, the first of 2 matches. As you can see here, it's been a domination. Last, was that 15 games? We've won 8 and drawn 6. They've only won 1. So, no big deal handling Orlando City. So, let's get to our lineup here. We got some interesting players in there. Our bench is a little different than usual. We got Boyce on the bench, Cervantes, Schmidt Shom, Garner, Bosic, Valo back in the lineup, and Montero as our reserve goalkeeper. So that's an interesting lineup. We got a lot of wingers and midfielders who are injured, so we got to bring in some different people. Tasovic and Leonard are lacking match sharpness, so that's all right. I mean, it's not ideal, but better than nothing, I suppose. And let's get to it. Here we are, night game at home, Saputo Stadium. So we got Thiago in goal, Tasovic, Jaguar, Chevalier, Duvern. Very familiar back four. Agor and Andre in the midfield. Andre taking the box-to-box midfielder role. We got Leonard on the right wing. Petrasso on the left. Johnson, of course. And Kyle Larin up top. The dynamic duo. Meanwhile, again, a lot of familiar names for Orlando. We should know these guys by now. Bendick in goal. David Luiz. Velasquez at the central defense. Let's see, who do they got? Oh, they got Legit and Gooch and Trevorino up top as their leading goal scorer with 14 goals on the season. That's not too bad in 27 appearances. So it's, mostly the same old Orlando team we've been facing all season. So let's get there. Fully expect you to keep our match going. Okay, nobody really responded to that. That's fine. It's important to close down on David Luiz, says Wilfred, so that's fine. This is good. Looks like old Adam Henley's coming forward, so we'll keep an eye on him. We'll tightly mark him just so he doesn't, sneak around back there. All right, let's go. Let's get to it. Montreal Impact versus Orlando City. Let us go. You come into this in good form. Blah, blah, blah. Assistant coach. Let's get out of here. Decent crowd. I didn't look at the exact numbers there on the screen. You probably could have paused it and seen for yourself, but it looks like a fairly full crowd. I mean, the fans are getting ready for the playoffs. Teams getting ready for the playoffs. We're making a supporter shield run, so you'd think that they would be excited about that. First highlight of the match, just 2.5 minutes in. Orlando with a corner kick. Gooch recovers, sends it back in. Kyle Aaron sends it out, but Gooch is playing backstop apparently right now. Ardizone gets it to Velasquez, and Orlando's going to reset the offense. Sebastian Legit, we got to close down on him. He's a sneaky fella. There's Trevorino, Gooch. Trevorino almost got free there. Oh, there's a terrible turnover to Johnson. What's he going to do? He's going to bang it forward. Kyle Aaron on the run. Has the defense beat one-on-one. There he is. That's what he's good at. Open field scoring. Oh, he does a cartwheel in front of the Orlando fans. Oh, not good sportsmanship there, my friend. But, yeah, either way, doesn't matter. We scored. Johnson just sort of takes his time, looks upfield. Kyle Aaron on a dead sprint, and then there it is. You know, he's been having trouble with headers lately. So, put it on his foot and let him do his job that way, and that seems to be the better way to do it. 5 minutes in, we're up again. Another early goal. This is a good sign. This hasn't been a team, I'm sure I'm going to jinx it, but this hasn't been a team that's given up late leads. This is a team that, if we go down early, sometimes we have trouble coming back. But if we get up early, we don't usually have a bad game because that means we can score on these guys. Duverne, nice tackle. Gets it forward to Kyle Aaron. Is he going to repay the favor? He tries to get it forward to Johnson. Johnson outmuscles the central defender once, twice, and he fires it high. So you'd rather have Johnson sending it forward to Laren, but you know what? Return the favor. Why not? Here's Petrasso on the corner, near side, sends it in. Chevalier with the header. There's our man. The young prospect has been a starter now for 2 seasons. Finally starting to pay some dividends. He's got the height and the jumping reach to get his head on a lot of these balls. It's just a matter of putting them on target, and he does it right there. So good man. Up 2-0. 11.5 minutes into the first half. So this bodes well. Treverio. There's no N there. It's Treverio. Anyway, Hildebrandt has it in the center of the park. Tries to get it forward to Legit, but Chevalier is there. Gets it ahead to Laren. Laren going to bomb it ahead to Johnson again, who's possibly onside, yes. Can he hold off the defense? He takes another shot. He had Petrasso streaming towards the back post. He could have tried to pass there. But, he's got that, he shoots the ball with velocity. So sometimes it's good to just take a shot like that. He was mostly open. Just wasn't a good shot. All right, struggling to cope with the numbers in midfield. That's fine. Not doing well with possession. That's also fine. Orlando hasn't mixed anything up yet. No substitutes. Here's Petrasso, free kick. Gets it on goal. Nice little bending ball, but Bendick is there. And the highlight continues as Bendick bashes it downfield. Desovic wins a flying header. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson looking for Petrasso to make a move, but he does not. Gore switches field to Andre. Andre bangs it forward to Johnson, who heads it on. Kyle Laren can't get there, but Andre does to Kyle Laren. Off the corner of the post, where the post meets the crossbar. You don't see that too often. Could have been our third goal right there. That was a nice little build-up. All right. So it looks like another good half of play for us using formation number 2. Just seems to be at the end of the season. I don't know if the other teams are worn out or what, but if we start pushing forward and attacking, it seems to work well. Now, we might have to switch it up in the playoffs like we did last season, but I guess we'll give it a shot to see how far we can go with formation number 2. But if we can get 2 wins here today, that would almost secure us first place. Because we're still 1 point up on Houston. They win 2, we win 2. There's just 1 game left and we'd be 1 point up. Now, if Houston falters and we go 4 points up going into the last game, then, we got it sewn up. That would be outstanding. Our first ever supporters shield for Montreal. But first we got to get through this second half. I don't think there's anything much to do in analysis. I mean, we're not going to drop back for possession. That's not really what we do. So we'll just give the old don't get complacent out there. Who looks stressed? Dasovich. Let's be calm. Say, happy with your performance. There we go. All right, let's go. Kyle Larin drops it back to Agor. Chevalier bombs it forward to Johnson. Ooh, that was nearly a turnover there. Nearly an interesting play by Johnson. All right, here's a free kick from Orlando at midfield. Hildebrandt tries to get it forward. Intercepted by Jaguar. Bombs it ahead to Kyle Larin. Puts a move on the central defender. Not a lot of mustard on that shot there. I don't know. I think he does have the attribute of placing shots. So I think he just tried to place that one in the near corner, which maybe wasn't the best idea. If you're going to do that, you should probably go across the keeper and try to like get him going one direction or something like that. But can't score them all, I guess. Can't be 100%. At 2 goals up, I mean, it's not necessary to get that third goal, but it would definitely be nice. It would definitely put this game out of reach. Petrasso now sends it all the way across the field to Duverne. Gets it ahead to Leonard, the rookie. Hasn't had much playing time this season, but he has had some. He's been called up to the national team for some unknown reason. Here's Kyle Larin. He's got Johnson. There it is. His goal streak continues. Oh, there. He knows which corner to do the cartwheel in front of. Of course, the home fans, the new stands. The Matt Johnson honorary stands, I think, possibly. Chevalier bombing it forward. Kyle Larin. Nobody marking Johnson. Just lazy defending at the back post. I don't know what these two central defenders were up to. Or one fullback, one defender, whatever. Pretty terrible. Woolard gets injured to add a little insult to injury there. I think they just subbed him in. They subbed an injured guy in. Good job, Orlando. Ardizone centers to Hildebrandt for Orlando. 66 minutes down. We should probably look at making a sub, perhaps. See if any of our guys are tired. Sebastian Legit tries to take it out wide. He's double covered smartly. Garcia has it for Orlando, trying to play it forward, trying to pierce our impregnable defense here. Woodard to Hildebrandt. Oof. Not so good. So it's back to a 2-goal game. Is it just me, or has Thiago not been as good a keeper since he came back from that injury? I don't know what it is. He just, there are times when this happens. He's just like, what? I didn't even see the ball. He didn't react. He didn't do anything. He just stood there. And in past, he's made some really spectacular saves in those kind of situations. Just one-on-one, he's able to make those saves. But for whatever reason, he hasn't made them since that injury. So I don't know. Here's another throw-in far side for Orlando. Send it in, but Jaguar sends it out. Hildebrandt's going to reset for Orlando. Garcia has it in the middle of the field. Forward to Ardizone. Woolard looking to make a play. That was a tricky little shot, but wide of goal. 75 minutes. How are we looking here? Agor and Andre are a little tired, but, we could get Andre out of there. Bring in, I guess we'll bring in Shamit Shom. Why not? He sways on the bench, right? Sure, let's go. So Andre's coming back from that injury. We don't want to task him too much. Here we go. 85 minutes and counting. Shamit's not the best box-to-box midfielder you ever saw in your life. Not a lot of speed, not a lot of fitness. Not a lot of work rate. Well, you know, he does what he can. Bendik's going to bomb it forward. 4 minutes of stoppage time, 3 minutes remaining. Schmidt-Schoen playing his position there, number 40 with the Mohawk. They send it back post for Ship, but Dasovic is there. He knocks it forward. Petrasso can't beat Garcia to the ball. Petrasso looked like he got turned around a little bit there. Minute and a half into stoppage time. Orlando's trying to build something. Ship nods it on for Woolard. A tackle for Jaguar. Goes straight to Velasquez. Off the post. Chevalier cleans up the mess. That was one of those FM maneuvers, but the highlight... Oh, it almost continued. I thought they were going to bomb it right back into the box, but nope. Looks like that was their last opportunity. 30 seconds to go. Chevalier sends it forward on the free kick. Schmidt-Schoen just looking to waste some time. It's another victory. This is good. Good news. So we'll have one more game today. And then we'll finish off the season with one final game versus Columbus. We'll see how it goes. So that was a good victory, an easy victory. 48% possession. They only had 2 shots on target. 17 fouls for Orlando. So they got a little chippy out there, but it didn't matter. There was nothing they could do. They got that one goal and that one late chance that very much could have been a goal. But for the most part, we dominated the match. So there we go. Good. I said don't let it go to your heads. Whatever. Let's go. Leave the match. Okay. So our next game isn't actually for several days here. Till the 15th. So it's 2 weeks until the final game. That's crazy. That's a lot of substitution. Do we want to pause it here and do 2 weeks? Or do we just want to end this video and do 2 games in the final week? Because if we win this San Jose game, this last game could actually be, you know, have no point. No real reason to play it. Because if we're 4 points up going into the final game, we'll just probably rest everybody for the playoffs. So let's do that. Let's stop the video here. We'll come back next week and play 2 games, San Jose and Columbus. And meanwhile, I'll work out these 2 weeks. I'll play a bunch of the U.S. friendlies and all that stuff. Get that out of the way. And then we can come back for the final couple of episodes of the season. So we'll do that. All right. So until then, until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.